Hello, my butterfly beauties, and welcome. If you are new, my name is Charlene, and on this channel, we discuss everything beauty, fragrance, and lifestyle. So if you like my style, why don't you subscribe and you stay a while? You guys, if you saw one of my last video, you would have heard me say how that Destin de Balmain and that Armani My Way Elaine did not work for me. So I went back in store to Ulta, returned those items, put my nose on some of the newer fragrances and things that I've been on for a while, sprayed them, did first impressions, put them on my skin in store so I could see how they lingered on the skin and how they dried down. And once my points reloaded, I was able to purchase the ones I wanted. So if you would like to see what made the cut, what I end up ordering with my points plus a little extra, then just stay tuned. All right, you guys. So I did a little walkthrough, a little testing, like I said, on paper and on skin. So I'm going to insert that video and I'll do an overlap of me talking about the fragrances, what my first impressions were of the fragrances. In case you're interested in any of the ones I didn't pick up, you'll see my thoughts and first impressions on those fragrances because I did spray some of those on skin as well. So you can kind of see where I fell in line with these fragrances that I did end up picking up. And then after the clip, then we'll show you all the items here that I felt was worthy of my reward Ulta points. Going into Ulta to return some things from the points that disappointed me. And we're going to check out some other things. So why don't you just shop with me? Going into Ulta. So the first one I decided to test out was this new flanker from Valentino, Born in Roma. This is the Purple Melancholia. And as you can see, this one focuses on that plum note and some osmanthus and vanilla. And upon first sniff of this, it was just in an okay range and a strong like. So I was a little confused about it at first, but you guys, putting this on my skin and the longer it sat, I was like, this smells absolutely amazing. And then we had the new Cosmic Intense from Kylie Jenner. And this is the one that has that star jasmine and blood orange and amber and benzoin and vanilla and musk. And I thought this one was going to be a love for me. And it was just okay. It wasn't a love. Then we had this one from Khloe Kardashian, Almost Always, and this one focuses on the lavender, jasmine, palo santo, some solar musk, and vanilla. And you guys, this one was love at first sniff, and the longer it sat as well, I love this one. The next one that I was super excited about was this Mio Mio, the Fleur de Lis, because of the mango note in here and coconut milk. I said this tropical girly is definitely going to love this one. And I did love it on paper, but you guys, on my skin, it was a no. Mio Mio Mutine was another one that I decided to test out there because I heard great things about that one as well, with that strawberry note, and that one was just okay as well. And the power of, you guys, with that passion fruit note in there. This one with the solar, with the frangipani, I enjoyed this quite a bit. Enjoyed it on my skin as well as on the paper. This was a good tropical connection for me. Absolutely love this one. So you can tell by my face it was a yes. Then I decided to test out that Jimmy Choo, I Want You with Love. This one, you know, has some rose, has some vanilla. It's advertising some raspberry. And I need to put my nose back on this one and play a little bit more with this one because it was just a strong light to okay to me. And the same goes for this Le Perfume version of the same. They have that pear in there and it has some blackberry and gardenia in it. But this was another one that I want to play with a little bit more because it smelled great on paper, but I didn't like the dry down on neither one of those. Then we had the new flanker from Lancome, Peaches and Roses. And it's exactly like it says. It's a peach with a rose. And what a good peach and rose it is. When I first smelt it, I was like, don't know about it yet. But the more and more it dried down, and then on my skin is where it was a yes, absolutely a yes for me. So this one here, although I was on the fence at first, was a love. Now this one here that everybody and their mama was saying is supposed to smell like a orange dreamsicle. This has that clementine zest, as you can see, vanilla cream and blonde woods. I don't know about this, you guys. That's fresh citrus scent mixed with that creaminess. I don't know if it's supposed to do better on your skin, but it was not vibing with me. Then we had that new Flower Bomb flanker called Flower Bomb Extreme from Victor & Rolf. This one here is probably one of the best flankers they have done of the Flower Bomb line. It was an immediate yes for me, and I absolutely love this one. It's got an extra vanilla in here, and it smells gorgeous. This Daisy Wild Also, hello, Daisy Wild Also Extra was another one that surprised me in a great way. That chocolate daisy note that's in there I was a little curious about what they meant by that, but it actually smelled pretty good. So this is another one that was a strong like for me. I need to play with a little bit more. And then the new Carolina Herrera La Bomba. You guys know I love that butterfly, right? That butterfly is so cute. But yes, La Bomba has that frangipani in it, some solar notes as well. And this one is also a love for me. So not only do I love the aesthetic, but I love the juice that is inside. So that is a yes for me. And then we have this Paco Rabanne Million Gold for Her. This one has some rose in it, pear, lavender, ylang-ylang, jasmine. This one was also a love for me. I didn't know about it at first, but the more I smelled it and more I was getting into it, I really did enjoy this one as well. So this one here from Paco Rabanne is really one that I really did enjoy. So all in all, you guys, I was quite happy with several of the ones I tested, and some of the ones I thought I would love, I did not love. Stay tuned. So you guys, after actually putting these all on skin, these are the ones that proved themselves to me in store, on my skin, first impressions, me walking around, and I spent all the time in the store. This wasn't just a quick in-store smell. I spent time. I was in there for like a good couple of hours, me spraying, going back to them, putting them on my skin, letting it dry down. Like, I spent some good time with these so that I can make a good decisive decision on which ones I actually wanted to add to my list for future purchases and what I felt was like worth it or not worth it. That wasn't just doing good on paper, but also did good on skin. So these are the ones that I felt performed well on my skin chemistry, that I end up loving. These performed well and they were worthy of being added to my collection. So if you're trying to figure out what to use your Ulta points on, these are the ones that I feel like you should take a look at. So the first one that I did end up getting was the adult. I already burst this open, you guys. I did a little short on it already, but Idol Peaches and Roses. This one is 100 ml, 3.4 fluid ounce. So this one here, I'm not a big rose person, But this one here, you guys, this one here is your peach rose with a kick. So you know how I always talk about how I love a rose with a kick, how I'm not a huge rose lover, hence why I never like really got into the original Idol, because that's just an airy musky rose. Like, mind you, it's very feminine, pretty, and I think it's like signature scent worthy, everyday spring, summer, fall type scent. But I never checked for the rest of the flankers until this sale and decided to try them out. But anyways, back to Peaches and Roses. It has that berry-like opening with that kick of the pink pepper. So you know how I always talk about a rose with a kick? So think about that rose with a kick with a pink pepper note, but then a nice dose of the peaches in here. That's what you get. So this is not just your rose with a kick. This is your peach rose with a kick. And for that, I end up spraying it again on my skin. I love it. So this one came home because of that. I love the fact too that they own these bottles. This is how it look. It's just a solid like peachy orange. It has a little bit of a gradient, but not too much. It gets more, it's more lighter to me at the bottom than it is at the top. At least my eyes was playing tricks on me, but that's what I'm gathering. But I love that the taller bottles has more of this lip to help it stand better. That was another thing that I did not like about the other Idols. You know, they had these slim without no good base to them so they can prop up correctly. But yes, love this one. Loved it on my skin. And peach is a note that can be hit or miss for me. So for this peach to work well on my skin chemistry, plus it was a rose with a kick, it went way up in my books. So this was the Idol Peaches and Roses. That one I decided to order with my points once they reloaded. The other one, this other one is Power View. I have not opened up this one back up yet, but this one is your strong passion fruit note. This one, you guys, Power of You by the Emporium Armani side. This one has passion fruit or maracuja accord. It has lemon in the top. It has frangipani accord and solar notes. It has Madagascar vanilla absolute, benzoin, and labdanum. What I can tell you that this is a juicy passion fruit scent. Juicy, solar, because of that frangipani accord that's in here. This is definitely giving you those solar vibes in all the best way possible. If you are a little on the skeptical about a passion fruit scent, because it does give you that powerful maracuja, you know, passion fruit scent, it is definitely there. So if you don't like that, you definitely need to put your nose on this one and put it on your skin. But it was so beautiful on my skin. And you guys, I love a good tropical note. And for this one to work as well as it did, I loved it. I did get it in the smaller size. This is the 30 ml, 1 fluid ounce, and this is what it looks like. So it has that blast of the passion fruit, but then it goes creamy. And it goes tropical. And for that, I love it. It's very, very comforting. I enjoy the scent very much. I loved it. So therefore, I said I have to add you to the list. So this one I felt was worthy of my points. The next one that I did end up picking up was the one from Khloe Kardashian. This is Almost Always, you guys. I thought I was going to end up with the original of this one, but loved this one. I was super shocked on the love that I have for this one. The solar note that's in here, along with those white florals, the jasmine, the orange blossom, the vanilla, the muskiness that this has in there, loved it. The opening with that magnolia in it is gorgeous. I haven't taken this one out of the box yet, but I absolutely adored this one. And I was like, it was even a plus that it's in this beautiful purple bottle. I wasn't going to let the bottle deter me. But the fragrance was amazing. and I smelled it on my skin, and it was amazing. So I said the purple bottle was just the added plus since it's my favorite color. But Almost Always was so beautiful. This is going to easily be somebody's signature scent, I feel like. Because it's got that solar vibe to it. That magnolia creaminess that's in the beginning. It has lavender in it, you guys, but do not let the lavender throw you off. It's not doing too much. The magnolia blend in here with that solar touch and that vanilla in here smells amazing. You guys, it has the jasmine in it. It has that magnolia, like that creamy white magnolia floral. It has orange blossom in it. It has vanilla. Let me tell you the notes. Magnolia lavender is in the top. Mid of star jasmine, orange blossom. Base, vanilla, musk, solar notes, skin, palo santo, and woodsy notes. I love the solar touch in here. I love that it just has just enough of the vanilla to give it some nice sweetness, but it's that nice creamy aromatic floral in the beginning. Then it has a little touch of that woodsy, but it's that warm, like spicy woodsy scent at the end, but not too spicy. And it smells so good on my skin. So good on my skin. So this one here, you guys, this new release from Khloe Kardashian, this Almost Always, she was worthy of my points. All right. So another one that I decided to add, a couple of other fragrances that I decided to add on that was amazing. One I wanted to try. So I added Matte Turquoise because I really been wanting to give this a go for like a long time now. So I finally added Matte Turquoise to my collection. So I'm going to do a testing on this, so stay tuned. I'll probably do this in one of my upcoming fragrance follow-up Fridays. But I did pick this one up, as well as this new My Way Sunny Vanilla. You guys, this right here, I'll go ahead and tell you about it because I just opened this one up. Was it last night or the night before last? Went on ahead and tested it out. So you know how I did not like at all that My Way Lang, even though it had the mango in it. I thought it was going to give me that nice tropical vibes, and I was so disappointed. This new Sunny Vanilla did not disappoint. It did not disappoint. It has a predominant pineapple accord in it that I thought was amazing. So I'll do a dedicated video to this one, but just know she came home, already tested her. She's a love. And the other thing that I end up getting with, getting added on was this new fragrance from Ariana Grande. This is the Rim Cherry Eclipse, 3.4 100 ml fluid ounce. So we're gonna test this one out. I got several Ariana Grande fragrances to test out with you guys, so we'll do that all together in its own dedicated video. So that is the things, you guys. That is the things that I felt was worth my points. I put my nose on them, loved them, and now they're home with me. I know I love these. So I know I love the Peaches and Roses. I know I love the Power of You. I know I love this Almost Always from Khloe Kardashian. So tell me, you guys, what you think of my picks down below. Out of all the ones I put my nose on that you saw me doing the walkthrough video, which ones was you like, girl, why you didn't get that one? Why didn't you get that one? Or have you gotten any of those? I would like to know your thoughts on them, because you know all of our skin chemistry, our noses are different, so they react differently to us. So what would have been your top picks? Drop it down below in the comments. Let's have a conversation. You know, if you had your so many points, so much money worth of points, what would you have spent it on? I would love to know. Give me a big thumbs up before you go. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. hype the video if you enjoy content like this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.